show you a sewing tutorial of this adorable dress using my new pattern, Pleated Lily dress. For this pattern, cotton poplin or something with similar features would be the best. For this dress, I used light to medium cotton by Indie and it looks voluminous. I'm not 100% happy with the fabric I used for the tutorial. It's a viscose cotton blend and I think it's a little bit too flowy and thick for this style. But it hasn't affected the tutorial, so keep watching. I start with assembling the pattern by taping pages together. Cut, and here are the pattern pieces. The fabric should be folded in half along the grain line. Make note of the grain line as the front pieces and straps need to be placed on the fold. Don't forget to transfer all the notches to the fabric pieces by clipping. Also make notches on the centers of the pieces which were placed on the fold. As the straps need to be fully interfaced, you can cut them from a pre-interfaced fabric at once, if the fabric width allows it. Use the grain line on the pattern pieces for the interfacing too. Fold the interfaced straps in half and press. Make notches along the fold lines. We have non-stretchy straps, which don't need facings. We have to prevent the neckline from stretching out, so you can sew on the clear elastic tape along the top of the bodice front facing later, or iron on the stay tape now. I make a stay tape from the interfacing along the non-stretchy direction. Assemble the front facing by stitching the center piece and sides, as well as the main front bodice. Press the seams open on the both. It's excellent if you have a curved pressing hem. Let's make pleats. Starting from the center, the pleats should be folded towards each side. The seams should be covered by pleats. It's convenient to start from the center. I match the notches, make a fold, and pin it towards the side. And go ahead. Ignore the bust seams. Put the seam allowances flat. The distance between the pleats is 2 centimeters. Then make all the same on the second side. Stitch along the edge to secure. Make all the same on the bottom of the panel, starting from the center. stitch to secure. Press the pleat slightly. I recommend using a round pressing hem to maintain the bust curve. Press flat on the center and sides. Keep the pleated panel eased, do not stretch it. Attach the front straps to the top of the pleated front panel. Attach the front facing panel to the pleated panel with the right sides together, sandwiching the straps. In the centers together. If your fabric is as thick as mine, trim the seam allowance corners. If you're using a clear tape, now is the most convenient moment to stitch it in place along the seam allowance. Slightly stretch it while stitching. Understitch the seam along the facing panel. Turn the facing to the inside and press the front bodice along the top edge so that the facing is not visible from the outside. Stitch 5 mm away from the edge along the sides and bottom of the front bodice to hold the pieces together. Check if the neckline is matching the pattern width. Transfer the markings indicated on the skirt pattern. I make it by marking a little cross on the waistline point. The notches on the top are already clipped. You can draw the lines or you can base the pleats before stitching if you need it. I just match the points on the waist and the notches on the top with pins. When I have matched the top notches with the backstitch, I draw only one line to the waist point and stitch along it. Stitch all the front skirt pleats. Press the pleats toward the center, working from the wrong side. At the waistline, top stitch 5 mm perpendicular to the end of every pleat. Attach the front skirt to the front bodice, right sides together and matching the centers. Finish the seam allowance with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch, working from the bodice side. Press the seam towards the skirt. Now transfer the markings indicated on the back pattern. I make it the same as I do it on the front skirt. A zipper will be installed in the center back, so I have to make a zipper notch. To find this, measure your actual zipper length and make a notch. In the zipper installation method I use, I sew an additional 1.5 or 2 cm past this notch when sewing the back seam, so I mark it too. As my fabric is a little bit unstable along the center back, I will iron on strips of an interfacing along the both edges until the zipper notch. I make it now just because it's convenient to interface flat pieces. I match the points on the waist and pin together. I fold the piece over a top notch and draw a dart line. Sew the back darts on both back pieces, stopping at the waistline. You should start stitching a little bit under the notch so that the few first stitches go almost on the fold. Press the darts towards the center, working from the wrong side. At the waistline, top stitch 5 mm perpendicular to the end of every dart. Finish the center back edges on both pieces with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Place both back pieces right sides together and stitch the center back seam, stopping at the notch you have marked. Press the stitched area of the center back seam open. Install the invisible zipper in the center back. I detail my method in the instructions for this pattern, but you can sew it any way you prefer. I have switched my presser foot to an invisible zipper foot. Starting 1.3 cm from the top edge, I stitch down one side of the zipper tape close to the teeth, stopping at the point where the center back seam starts. Repeat for the other side. Pull the zipper slider through the remaining small hole between the zipper and the back seam and close the zipper. Press the zipper lightly. Stitch the zipper tape tail to the back seam allowances only. Iron on the interfacing on the back facing pieces or sew an elastic clear tape along the top edge. This will prevent the back neckline from stitching out. Finish the bottom edges with an overlocker or zigzag stitch. Attach the back straps to the top of the back pieces. Unfold the invisible zipper tapes. Attach the facing with the right sides together, sandwiching the straps. Understitch the seam along the back facings. Make sure the facings are on the same level. Flip the facing over from the top to the inside of the dress. Using a zipper foot or with your needle positioned close to the zipper teeth, stitch the facing down along the zipper teeth. If your fabric is as thick as mine, trim the corner. If it's not, it will be neater to keep it. Press so that the facings aren't visible from the outside. Sew the side seams matching the notches. Finish the seam allowances with an overlocker if you are sure about the waist fit. If not, do it later after a fitting. Unfold the straps and plait the back and front straps right sides together. Stitch the shoulder seams. On the fault line, trim the corner by cutting a notch close but not through the seam. Press the shoulder seams open. Fold the straps in half again and press one more time. Now is the right time to check the shoulders and waist's fit. I'm finishing the skip side seams and pressing them towards the back. Finish the skirt hem edge with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch, working from the right side. Fold the skirt hem over 1.5 cm toward the wrong side and stitch 1 cm away from the edge. I navigate by the markings on my sewing machine. Press the skirt hem. Finish both sleeve hems with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Sew the sleeve seams. Finish the seam allowances with an overlocker and press towards the back. Fold the sleeve hems over 1.5 cm toward the wrong side and stitch 1 cm away from the edge. Press. Pin the pleats on the sleeve heads as marked on the pattern. I match the pleat notches and pin them together, then match the edges together and pin them as well. The pleats should face towards the top, looking from the right side. I make the front side first, then the back. This point will mesh with the shoulder seam. Stitch along the sleeve heads to hold the pleats in place. Sew the sleeves into the arm size, matching the notches on a sleeve with the seams on a bodice. Finish the ends of the ribbon with your preferred method. Heat seal or fold the ends twice and stitch. Attach the ribbon to the back arm side next to the shoulder seam. Press the seam allowances toward the sleeves, but do not press the pleats. As I have said, my fabric is a little bit too flowy, so I want to show you an additional little hack on how to keep the volume of the sleeve. It's absolutely optional. Take 15 centimeters of a tulle mesh and fold it lengthwise. Fold in half crosswise. Cut it in 2 equal pieces. Make the corners of the raw edges rounded. Now we have 2 such tulle pieces. Make random medium pleats along the raw edge so the fold of the piece becomes rounded. Now we have 2 such tulle pieces. Make random medium pleats along the raw edge so the fold of the piece becomes rounded. Stitch along the edge to secure the pleats. Pin the pleated tulle piece into the arm side, matching its center with the shoulder. The difference is that now the volume of the sleeve heads is more secure. Now finish the arm size with an overlocker. Tie a bow and the dress is ready. Thanks to Fashionary for this great gift. Thanks to Indebindi for this adorable Lily of the Valley print fabric. And to you for watching this video.